Well, so far it's been an amazing experience. We've been looking at the translation of the language and really delving into the meaning and the context within the script and finding the layers. It feels almost as if there's a connection to the language of Shakespeare. Obviously, it's not Shakespeare's language, but it does have that kind of complexity within the writing. And yeah, it's just a huge depth of language. Also, the crew and all of us are starting to feel like a family, so I hope you all agree.
I think 4.48 Psychosis is Sarah Kane's deeply personal experience that she has put on page and left open to interpretation from anybody who chooses to interpret it in the way that they feel is most faithful to her and to them. So there are no character descriptions or definitions in the text. It could be played as a monologue, it could be played by a company of 4, it could be played by a company of 400. So it's hugely generous and open and free and playful, and that gives us so much options, which is scary and really exciting as well.
It's opening up a discussion about mental health. Now, obviously, this has happened, but it wasn't happening back then, and certainly for the deaf community, it's still not something that's discussed in any kind of depth. And it's time that we spoke about people's feelings. There are many reasons why deaf people struggle with mental health because of being mainstreamed within school and feeling isolated. And with this show now, we have audiences which are both deaf and hearing, which means that we are bringing people together and we are connecting the two communities in that way. Hopefully the communities can support each other. I think that most men feel the need to be strong and just keep going and say, I'm fine, in that very stoic male way. I know I need to earn money, I need to get on with things, I need to look after the family. And so it becomes, well, it's almost very difficult to then say, I'm not okay, as if that's going to be a vulnerable thing and will lessen you as a man. And so I think it's really important for us to consider the male and female roles and to think about being even more open as women have had to be. Because women have endured as well, and we need to be on the same level and with parity for us both to display our vulnerabilities.
Okay, so there are two reasons. One is definitely for the deaf audience, so that they can see themselves represented and make a connection with mental health issues. And the second reason would be that there are lots of hearing people who are very clueless about the fact that deaf people have a number of barriers and that mental health is an issue for them. And so for a hearing audience to see that in mainstream theatre, then that's really important. I think as well that hearing people obviously have mental health issues, and therefore it's understanding that it's a universal issue regardless of whether you're deaf or hearing.
Layered, liberating, honest, and beautiful.
I don't really know how to put this into words, but I'm going to sign something and let's see if the interpreter can put it into words. So it's as if you open the book and you fall into that story and become utterly immersed and then emerge, close the book, job done. A mystery, intense, and what could be the third one? Love? Yeah, love. I like that, love.